Joker 2, greenlit. Warner Brothers, Todd Phillips secures Joker 2. Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Comic John here with a quick news brief. Now, to me, that's confusing. Does that mean he just secured the rights to make the movie just to make sure nobody else does? Or are they going to start writing and producing and, shooting a sequel? Who knows? We'll find out. But it definitely seems like the wheels are in motion. And my first opinion about a Joker sequel was, yes, let's do it. And if you haven't seen it yet, spoiler alert, but we all know that the clock in the background at the very beginning of the movie, what does it do? Is this too loud? Am I blowing out here? At the beginning of the movie, the clock is at a specific time, and at the very end of the movie, when he's kind of laughing and he says you wouldn't get it, the clock is only 5 minutes past where it started at the beginning of the movie. A big theory out there is that he just made it up, that he just told that story to the counselor, killed her, and just went back to causing mayhem at Arkham. So who knows? So imagine if that was the first. That's real. That's like legit. That's really what went down. There is no origin story. The Joker just told another fake one to someone else because that's all he ever does in the comics and even in The Dark Knight. What if they just do a completely different origin story? Maybe that could work. Maybe we come back and he's the Joker now. Like, he is the Joker. He's fully fleshed out Joker. He's a hardcore criminal, but hasn't really caught Batman's eye yet. And now there's someone else that he is taking notice of that's kind of doing the same thing he's doing, creating anarchy. However, this person is doing it on the public stage and running for mayor. Now, again, we're going to have two penguins. We're going to have two penguins if this happens. And then, maybe they do it with the Riddler or with Catwoman or any of the other villains. I just don't know how on earth you're going to pull off a sequel that's... the first one is so good. But what if you come out with a sequel that is A, not even close to the original, and B, just kind of like a bad movie? It's going to diminish that first one. It's going to put a black eye on that first one's success. So originally I was like, yeah, you got to do a sequel. The movie was great. I want to see more Joker. I know any other character that they're going to try to bring into it. And now the more I'm thinking of it, I'm like, this feels like Ace Ventura 2. While it could be decent. Sorry about that, guys. Forgot to mute my work computer. So, right, it could be a decent sequel. It could be like Ace Ventura 2, which not even close. It's not even as close as good as the first one. But there's parts in it that are really funny. I just can't, and that's a comedy. And that's probably a bad example. But nothing is popping in my head right now to where you make a successful dark movie where the main character is one of the most well-known villains in pop culture. And then you make a sequel even darker? I just don't know where you go with a sequel other than him wrestling with the identity of the Joker. Half the movie he's the Joker, half the movie I'm Arthur Fleck. I don't know if I'm just, normally whenever they announce they're going to do a sequel for anything, I'm like, yeah, of course, there's still more to go. And obviously with Joker, it was just an origin story. But I felt like just the way it was made, the mood, how there's no superhero-y stuff going on at all. that this movie was not meant to be any part of like a franchise. Therefore, it shouldn't make a sequel. Now, they're going to make a sequel. It's going to be somewhat successful. Like, look, they spent like $90 million on this movie and it made $1 billion. So I don't think they're, I don't think they're worried about losing money on a sequel. Not even close. So they're going to make a decent amount. Then, and obviously, because this first one was so unbelievably overall well received, there's just no way that he's going to make a sequel that's going to meet that sort of expectation and grab that much. There's going to be a divide. That's my point. There's going to be a huge divide. There's going to be people that loved it. There's going to be people that, oh, why did you make a sequel? It was terrible. Oh, my gosh. And that's going to then put these guys in the position, well, do we make another 40-minute or 40, 50, $90 million movie and put out, and complete the trilogy? Do we do that? And still, they're still going to make money. I don't care. As long as they spend around the $100 million mark, they're going to make their money back. For sure. But there's I just think the bar is so high in such a unique way, okay? It's not like Avengers Endgame, and then after that, we got Spider-Man, and it was like everyone was expecting Spider-Man to be like Endgame, right? Like, there's different like expectations around everything. But primarily in the movie world, if you're in a franchise or in a cinematic universe, the next one's kind of supposed to be like even bigger and greater. But in the Marvel world, that's not really expected. In this Joker movie, it would have to... Okay, it doesn't have to do anything. I just feel like you are inviting, instead of a unanimous celebration of your film, you're just inviting negative naysayers that will compare it to the first one, and you're just going to have to hear all that, Todd Phillips. And I'm obviously going to have to hear it from everyone who watches this and who comments on the internet, arguing that... just comparing, which is such a stupid thing to do in movies. Building an expectation on a movie based on the other movie that's connected to it. It's just like, I'm going to paint pictures of the beach. You're just not going to love every single picture that I paint of the beach. Sorry. It's just impossible. And I'm not like one of those people who are like, leave it alone. It's the original. It's so perfect. Like, don't fuck it up. I'm not in that boat at all. But there are so many factors in this movie. I mean, it's so depressing. And it made $1 billion. Like, it connected with so many different types of people on multitudes of levels that I just don't know. I don't know how you capture lightning in a bottle twice with such a narrow point of target. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you don't know what I mean. Maybe I'm rambling. Maybe I'll just cut this out. But anyway, that's my take on it, guys. I feel like making a sequel, you're gonna water down everything that we have and know about it right now. Unless you pull off a miracle. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit that notification bell so you never miss anything. I do weekly videos on all things right behind me. So I'll see you in the next one. I love you. Bye. Bye. Oh, hey. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment and hit the notification bell. And if you're finding me for the first time, I do trailer reaction videos, hot take movie reviews, news briefs on anything Marvel, DC, Star Wars. You'll love it. Thanks.